First and foremost, like start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushua, Bashem, Kwakutash, double honor to the apostles, elders of great millstone, who rule well, and who also taught me this truth. And Shalom to your Akim out there pushing the truth and sincerity, and use your body as a living sacrifice, as the scriptures say. Shalom to the few Akwafs that listen in silence, as the scriptures say. Kara, with children of light, with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushua. And it's only getting rough out here, man, because with Trump and Elon cutting a lot of the government funding, you know, through Doge, Department of Government Efficiency, right? And we easing smoothly straight down Jacob's trouble. We're already in Jacob's trouble, you know. We're just not at the crescendo of it, the f- the f- the fulf- full fulfillment of it, for lack of better words. But let me read this article. It says Trump HUD cuts will devastate Illinois. Budget and staff reduction under Trump will gut the US Department of Housing and Urban Development, you know. How to fix the civilian office of police accountability, what Congress should do about the president. And I believe this is the Chicago Sun-Times. But it says Illinois is at risk of losing critical federal housing resources that keep thousands of Illinois Illinoisans in stable homes, affecting not only these individuals and families, but also every community in the state. Recent budget and staff reduction proposals for the Trump administration will gut the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development by slashing funding for rental assistance, homelessness prevention, home ownership programs, and neighborhood development, and terminating half of all HUD employees. Right. So what that mean is, those who have looking for assistance, to help them out with their rent, or programs to help people find homes, and even owning homes, all of that is going to be a thing of the past. Remember, Klaus Schwab said, "You by 2030, you shall own nothing and be happy." You know, and he said that at the WEF, right? Because of YouTube censorship, you know, they look for keywords so they can flag our videos. But who does this mainly affect? This mainly affects the black woman. You know, not saying that it's not going to affect all people, but this is mainly going to affect the black woman. You know, it will become harder, not easier, for people to find and afford a place to live. Program at risk include homelessness prevention and emergency housing assistance, rental assistance, especially for families with young children, seniors, and people with disability. You know, this includes housing choice vouchers, project based Section 8, and public housing funding, which helps 421,500 Illinoisans and 221,000 households afford a safe place to live, and also help support the private market. And I just saw a video on social media of this Judite woman bragging about having 7 children, and having her having Section 8, and getting like 1,700 and what do you call it, EBT assistance, you know? So guess what the scriptures say: rise up, you women that are at ease, you know because they become eased at this place. They don't need no man. I could struggle on my own, but the whole time you're getting assistance from Esau. you know Remember Isaiah, the 31st chapter, say, woe unto them, basically that, uh is it the 30th chapter? or the 31st, warned to them that put their trust in Egypt, you know, and put their trust in Pharaoh. See, they wholeheartedly believe and trust in the system. But like their prophet say, you shall die in your security, you know. It would become harder, not easier, for people to find and afford a place to live, you know. And this is only the beginning. This is only the beginning. Remember, Yahweh Shah said, one of the disciples asked Yahweh Shah, when shall we know the times? And he said, there should be rumors of war, right? There should be pestilence, famine. You having food insecurities, in a lot of places throughout the world. You even having food insecurities here in America, you know. uh, but long story short, the Lord said that these are the beginning of sorrows, right? And this is gonna fulfill the prophecy where seven women shall take a hold of one man, because that's gonna be on this side, you know, because it's gonna be hard for these women to afford, a roof over their head and food, you know, especially with the prices of the egg surging, and then the tariffs going on, which is going to drive up the cost of goods because there's a tax on the goods that are being shipped. That only affects the people. You know, it says first time home buyers and housing counselor programs that provide unbiased expert guidance to help people buy homes and prevent foreclosures. That's being cut. Health and safety in homes, including funding for removal of lead and contaminated water from homes. Fair housing, education, and protection, which ensures residents learn about their housing right. So there's going to be a lot of cuts. There are going to be a lot of cuts. You know. Let me see something real quick. Yeah, here's another article. Doge driven HUD cuts will make it harder for people to afford housing, exit homelessness, right? And remember, Elon Musk said, he believes in a system, what is it? UBI, Universal Basic Income. Let's see, Universal Basic Income, Elon. Okay. Okay. And in Musk's eyes, advances in AI will change the world to the point that eventually hardly anyone will even have a job. So AI is going to take your jobs away, and the government is cutting all the funding for these programs, for home ownership, to rent, for Medicaid, Social Security, right? So it's going to be impossible to have anything if they cut the the funding, the federal funding for the people, right, and the jobs, right. It said this will require government to pay out a universal basic income, as most people won't even be drawn a paycheck, right. So you're gonna be set up with a social credit score and a universal basic income. That you're gonna own nothing and be happy, right? And guess what? All this ties into the MOTB. You know, if you want a place to stay, you want to eat, you got to abide by their rules, but you have to take that karagma. You're gonna have to bow down. Like what's my man name? JD Vance, when he told Zelensky, you didn't even say thank you once, right? basically, nodding at them to bow down, you know, and that's what it is, bowing down to this beast system, you know. This is Habakkuk. Let me see. Where is it? Revelation 13, 16. And that's why cryptocurrency is so important. That's why it's so important to, to devalue and to get rid of the dollar. You know, it says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, and the image of the beast shall both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And that image is not an actual picture, right? But it's the lifestyle, it's the continuation of the society, to be a part of it, to keep your status quo in the society, right? So for you to worship the image, that man, I can't lose my business. I can't go without, people clowning me because I'm poor and I'm hungry, because they're not gonna have faith, right? They only, because, like, remember, you brought up the Isaiah, the 30 chapter, because they trust in this kingdom, they trust in Egypt, right? They trust in Babylon the Great. All of these places is speaking about America, you know, prophetically, you know. And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead, you know, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name, you know. So ultimately, you're not going to be able to buy, sell, get paid, or nothing, because they're cutting everything. They're cutting everything, and they're going to give you a way out. And that way out going to be pursuant to the Quran. You're going to have to receive it. To receive that UBI, and, you know, uh, whatever dorm or apartment or house that you own, or rent, or whatever it may be, you know. So that's all I have. So with that, Shalom, pray you will edify until next time. Shalom, Kwam Yasharala to the elect.